Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Boxing Time TV. This is Evan Jacobs. You can find me on Instagram. Boxing Time with Evan is my handle. And we have a doozy of a fight today on May 12th. Vasyl Lomachenko is going to be battling Jorge Linares. And it's going to be a very good fight. Fight that Lomachenko should win. In many ways, Linares kind of seems made to order for him. But he's a bigger fighter. Lomachenko is coming up in weight, and Jorge Linares is very tough and has a lot of experience. So let's just get right to it. Lomachenko's 30 years old. Linares is 32. Lomachenko's there's a 1-inch height advantage. Lomachenko's 5'7". Linares is 5'8". Both weigh 135. Reach 66 for Lomachenko, 69 for Linares, and I'm just gonna make sure that I put that in correctly. Yep. 69 for Linares, and Lomachenko is 10-1 with the one loss being to Orlando Salido in his second fight, and Jorge Linares has 44 victories, 27 KOs, and 3 losses, all by TKO, because he bleeds and whatnot. Anyway, this should be a very, very interesting fight. Let's just get right to it. Scheduled for 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule wave. And let's go. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jorge Linares. And I made Linares a hard puncher just because he does have 27 knockouts in his 44 victories. And I'm figuring, he probably does hit kind of hard. Although I maybe would have been better served to make him sort of a medium style puncher. But I figured, what the heck, Lomachenko is really good. And there's a lot that he can probably do against Jorge Linares. And let's see it. Very, 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 very excited for this. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Sunday edition of Boxing Time TV. I try to do one of these a week, sometimes a couple a week. Next one I'm going to do is I want to say it's Gary Jacobs, Daniel Jacobs. Yeah. I'm forgetting. It's Selecki. It's the HBO fight. And then after that, it's going to be Lee Selby versus Warrington, and then Adonis Stevenson versus Badu Jack, and there's other fights coming. We got a whole host of them coming up this summer. And yeah, I just want to keep up. I've been doing a lot of fights, and I've actually turned Boxing Time TV. It's basically a promotional page. I've gone back to just talking about boxing. I was doing a lot of reposts, but I do more posts of me talking about boxing. People seem to enjoy those. And then on top of that, I also kind of post as these fights that I do on Boxing Time TV come up. As we start getting closer to them, I start kind of promoting the page a little bit more, in that regard. This is a very interesting fight. On paper, Lomachenko really seems like Linares is not going to be hard for him to find. He should be made to order, and so far, Lomachenko's doing good. Although he is sort of fighting at a distance, which he's giving Linares angles, but he is getting hit. And I give Jorge Linares credit for being able to do that and being able to establish that so early, and just kind of checking out the numbers on some of the other fights that I've done as we do this particular contest. Oh wow, Lomachenko taking a hard punch. Linares has not had a bad round. The question is, he does get cut a lot. And as we're going into the final 10 seconds, he's going to want to keep Lomachenko at a distance. He's going to want to negate sort of that herky-jerky stuff that Lomachenko does. Let's see what the judges say. Maybe this was an even round, so maybe at least as the simulation goes, the judge, one judge giving it to Lomachenko, one judge giving it to Linares, and another judge giving it to Lomachenko. So Lomachenko's up by 1 point. As we come out for the second round, and Lomachenko landing hard on the face of Jorge Linares. Oh wow! And these two guys are just trading in the center of the ring. What a just what a way to just begin this contest. These guys are on it. These guys are not afraid to just get down to business. And Lomachenko, I give him a lot of credit. He's using that sneaky left hand on Linares, and he's setting up a lot of punches that way. And then he's just stepping out, going with the high guard. And please like, comment, and subscribe to to Boxing Time TV on YouTube. I'm very grateful to have this platform to be able to promote my simulated fights. I want this to be the hub for simulated fights. We have a lot. We have almost 100, but I want to get a lot more. Please let me know fights that you would like to see. I tend to sort of do more fights that are upcoming. I used to do, Muhammad Ali versus Rocky Marciano. I don't do too much of that. However, if there was ever a slow period, I certainly would, because there's certainly great fights that could be made. I think I did Aaron Pryor versus Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, I've done a bunch of those. And I've even done Canelo Triple G2, which, as we all know, recently got canceled. Vasyl Lomachenko is doing a very nice job of staying on the outside and just busting Jorge Linares up. And Linares, he's sort of using Linares' style against him, and Lomachenko's defense is so good, coming in with those uppercuts, landing the way that he's landing as we go into the final minute of the second round. And he's landing hard, and Linares is trying to land as well, and he's having success. And so, in Linares' mind, and you can't blame him, if he's going to be landing the way that if he's in this fight as long as he can land. However, Vasyl Lomachenko is has just mowed through so many good fighters. It really will be interesting in reality. Obviously where this is not reality, but in reality, it'll be interesting to see what happens when he does get in against a tougher fighter, when he does get in, with like the higher weighted fighters. A lot of times, as we saw with even as we saw with like Ricky Hatton as he moved up, when he fought Louis Collazo gave him a really tough fight. One judge giving that round to Jorge Linares, another judge giving it to Jorge Linares, and another judge giving it to Vasyl Lomachenko. So this bout is even. We have 10 more rounds. So these guys are fighting. This is, we're seeing some things here, and maybe, Vasyl Lomachenko does only have 10 fights. Jorge Linares has 44. So there may be something to be said for that kind of a contest. Oh wow, and these guys are trading just center of the ring. This is like the kind of action that we love, and all the cute little things that Vasyl Lomachenko is doing. And one thing, I'm a guy who's a cord cutter now. I was really excited. I got ESPN through Sling TV. I'm thinking, I'm gonna get all the Top Rank content, but now Top Rank is supposedly doing this ESPN Plus thing, and I don't know that I'm gonna pay for that. I mean, although for $5 a month, it probably is worth it. So maybe I will, but I don't know. There's gonna have to be a lot of boxing content on there for me to be able to do that. But $5 a month isn't that bad, and
considering how much I got the cable bill down. But we don't really need to talk about that here. Although hey, it is a podcast and we can talk about everything. Jorge Linares is really a tough fighter. Is really a good fighter. Promoted by Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, look at that, Vasyl Lomachenko going to the body, but Linares is landing. And the thing is, what I think is going to happen in this fight is it's going to be sort of even like this until we get to like probably the 5th or 6th round, and then Lomachenko should take over. Oh, Lomachenko's wobbled by Linares. Wow. And now, as you know, I did make Linares. I did make him hit hard, which he may not be that hard of a puncher. But hey, another thing you also got to figure: Linares is used to feeling it from junior lightweights. Now he's fighting a lightweight, so it might kind of be like feeling it from a junior welterweight. All right, these guys are just jabbing, and Lomachenko, I'm telling you, is doing well. But you know, Linares is the bigger guy. Do we sort of have something brewing here? You know, I did a Vasyl Lomachenko Floyd Mayweather bout, and that is one of the more interesting fights that I have ever done. And I suggest that you watch it. You know, I mean, there's talk of Floyd Mayweather coming back and fighting in the octagon, which I think is, he'd be silly to do that. There's no real upside to that. I mean, you know, there's a financial upside, but I just don't see him taking the abuse and taking the beatings that he's going to have to take. It just doesn't make sense. But you know, he might. And now, ooh, an even round. One judge giving it to Linares, another judge giving it to Linares. So Jorge Linares is ahead right now, 2 points going. And so this is probably, of all of, you know, as far as Lomachenko goes, this is one of the tougher fights that we've seen him in. So it's going to be interesting to see, can Jorge Linares pull this off? Can he keep being as you know, just continue to fend off Lomachenko, continue to hit Lomachenko, continue to fight Lomachenko in such a way that can keep him off. And that's the thing, is from what we've seen, Linares is going to wilt later in the fight and not Lomachenko. But right now, Lomachenko is negating a lot of what, no, I'm sorry, Linares is negating a lot of what Lomachenko is trying to do. And these guys are fighting very, very even up. And Linares is making a point of, when he gets hit, to be sure to hit Lomachenko back. Lomachenko having a good round, although it takes a hard right hand. So these two guys are throwing a lot of punches. Oh wow, landing. Is Lomachenko kind of, you know, maybe trying to get Linares into the ropes? And you know, Linares is ahead, but Lomachenko seems to sense this, and he's finding ways to land, although he just got tagged right there. Once again, giving a lot of credit to Jorge Linares for putting on such a strong performance against Vasyl Lomachenko. Oh, and going to the body there. Oh wow. And Linares kind of fighting off the ropes well, backing up Vasyl Lomachenko. And you know, Lomachenko, I have to believe, wants this kind of fight, has been craving this kind of fight, but he's being very workmanlike. He just sunk a shot into the body. We're gonna be 4 rounds down, and is Lomachenko doing enough to continue to hold on to his lead? Is he going to start banking some rounds and put Lomachenko in a you know, he's punching his way off the ropes, he's landing, and maybe the punches of the fighter moving up in weight, Vasyl Lomachenko, is not, it doesn't, you know, matter to him. All right, let's see what the judges say. Oh wow! So saying Lomachenko's breathing heavily. Linares is obviously tired and has a swollen eye. So this is, I think, what Lomachenko is kind of hoping. Although 2 of the judges gave that round to Linares. Linares is now up by 4 points, and you know, this is the kind of contest. You know, Linares is one of those guys. He's been ahead before in fights, and he has lost them, and that's what's sort of happening here. And you know, Lomachenko showing good defense, is a tank, and you know, but is being hit. So does Linares feel a sense of urgency and maybe want to make something happen? Maybe just want to back off maybe do something to negate what Lomachenko's doing. And once again, my name is Evan Jacobs. Please follow me. Boxing Time with Evan is my handle on Instagram. And just if you could like, comment, and subscribe, and share these fights with people, and just let them know, you know, how much. Oh wow! Lomachenko wobbles Linares. wobbles Linares in the center ring, and now he's teeing off. Lomachenko, like I was saying, around the 5th or 6th round, I felt Lomachenko would sort of start pulling ahead. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, ring the bell, turn on notifications. We just want to have all the simulated fights that we possibly can. Daniel Jacobs is the fighter that I was talking about, and we're actually going to be having Daniel Jacobs fight come up, as something for us to show you. All right, so we're getting texts now. People are texting. I have nothing to do with this, but you have Vasyl Lomachenko just doing some really good work against Jorge Linares, and really, in my opinion, getting back into this fight. And I don't know if he felt a sense of urgency, but he's been landing and finding ways to land those cute punches, those punches that are going to give a fighter named Jorge Linares a lot of problems, just because Linares is he just has so much pain, or not pain, but his tendency to swell. Okay, so they're saying Lomachenko's obviously tired. Linares is very tired and his eye is swollen shut. They all gave that round to Lomachenko, so Lomachenko's only behind by 1 point as we go into the 6th. Linares' eye is swollen shut, and we're going to have to see how that plays into this. As he was doing good, but we're not even halfway through the fight. His eye is swollen up, and Lomachenko appears to be surging. Appears to maybe have done everything he could to get Linares in this type of situation. So we will have to see. Oh, so he just keeps punching. He just keeps punching the head and the face of Vasyl Lomachenko. Keeps punching Jorge Linares, and his eyes swollen shut. And who knows, maybe Linares' people will think about stopping this. Lomachenko just on top of him now as we're in the sixth round. Oh, and he's just tagging Linares now, and that can't make that feel any better. And here you have Vasyl Lomachenko. Now he's going to the body. He has Linares in trouble. Just like I said, around the 5th or 6th round, Lomachenko is gonna just take this over, and yeah, Vasyl Lomachenko is just beating up Jorge Linares. And, we have Lomachenko on the left side of the screen, Linares on the right side. And, Linares came out doing well. At one point, he even wobbled Jorge Linares. Linares even wobbled Lomachenko, but it just was not, enough, and now you have Lomachenko just hitting Linares and landing, and you're really just controlling the pace and the tenor of this fight. And this is what Lomachenko does. He breaks guys down, from the very fabric of who they are as a boxer. And I'm not saying that Linares is totally out of this fight. He just landed right there, but he gives fighters, if you come in and if you can have a seed of doubt put in your head, Lomachenko wants to do that. And look at that. He didn't even score a knockout in that round, and all the judges gave it to him 10-8. So now Lomachenko ahead by 5 points. Really just coming on here. We have 6 more rounds to go. I don't see this going the distance, especially with Linares having the his eyes swollen shut, and Lomachenko just coming in and just going to the body, going to the head, doing all the requisite things that you want him to do. That's what makes, oh wow, and he wobbles in there and he goes to the body, and he just he just slugs him to the head. And one has to wonder like where Linares' corner is in all this, and where the computer is, because we're seeing that he's taking a lot of punishment. The question is, will Linares maybe hit him with something off the ropes? Is Linares saving up? Are the punches not hurting him the way that maybe Lomachenko's used to? Is Lomachenko gonna kind of feel, maybe that he's not having the success that he's used to having? I mean, there's a lot of factors that play into the psyche of every fighter. And as you can see, the ref stopped the fight due to injury. Jorge Linares cannot see. Vasyl Lomachenko, once again, is going to be the winner. And, I give Lomachenko a lot of credit. He took it back and dominated it when he needed to do it. The winner is Vasyl Lomachenko by a TKO. The fight lasted 7 rounds. Lomachenko was not knocked down. Jorge Linares was not knocked down, and his eye was swollen shut. I think that's also very interesting. We have Vasyl Lomachenko at lightweight, and he did not knock him down. Although I don't really want, I don't know how many big knockouts he has gotten. He's more or less stopped them, by attrition. Thank you very much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these fights with your friends. Please direct message me and let me know fights that you want to see. Once again, this has been Boxing Time with Evan, and we will see you at the fights. Why wait? Watch it now.